Now, y'all don't hate me, but the way Miss Cran Rock is moving and throwing paws on everything that moves, Miss Girl really trying to see some prison crane just got herself into some serious legal trouble after she punched James Wright and sent him to the hospital at Tamar Braxton's show.
He's going to prison, and I promise you, and we can cancel all this right now.
Apparently, the whole commotion started when Cran missed her slot at which she was scheduled to perform as a guest because she went out to look for her friend. By the time she came back, her time was up and she wasn't allowed to get on stage anymore. She got really upset about it, and James became the victim of all this anger, leading him to end up in the hospital sustaining injuries. But word on the street is Tamar is taking legal action against Crowan for ruining her show and hurting her best friend Hill. We cannot go one day without Gran acting unhinged on Beyonce's internet.
James right in his face, chipped James' tooth. James' face is bloody. James is at the hospital right now because his nose will not stop bleeding.
According to sources who were present at the time, it looks like when it came time for Crowan to perform, they couldn't really find her, so they had to move on. She was somewhere out in the front trying to get a friend into the show. Crone had no idea she had missed an opportunity for her song to be played, so she went backstage to inquire about what happened. She went into Tamar's room and spoke to James Wright, and while James was talking, Crowan walked up to him and punched him in the face several times. Because she thought he was lying. Now, if you've been keeping up with Gone, then you know this isn't the first time she's beaten somebody up. But it looks like this is going to be the first time she actually does some jail time for it, because Tamar and her team are working overtime to make sure she gets locked up for assaulting James. Oh, but baby, the drama doesn't end there, because Tamar's best friend LaTroy, who is also a close friend to James, went on an explosive rant on IG and went off on Crowan. He called Crone a disgusting ghetto girl and said she had no business being on stage in the first place. He claimed Crone came to the show heavily drunk, high on all kinds of drugs, and smelling like weed. Child, I'm just gonna let y'all hear it for ya.
I don't even care at this point. Whoever want to get mad at me can get mad at me. Y'all gotta stop. First of all, let me tell you about this ghetto, disgusting gutter butt. I don't even want to call her a girl. First of all, she's trash. She should have never been at my show. So she come to Tamar concert, which I planned, and I will say that, drunk with 1,000 people, smelling like weed, looking dumb, okay? And so apparently she makes music. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? And apparently she wanted to drop a beat. So she was mad that she didn't get to perform. I didn't know she was a performer. And even if I did know she was a performer, she was not getting on the stage that everybody has worked their ass off to make. So first of all, y'all see the video. She was up there a drunk fool, okay? So now Cardi took your man upset because she didn't get to perform. So again, y'all saw her show her dumb ass during Love and War. She ruined the song, she ruined the concert, she ruined the moment.
Also blasted her in a statement posted to his page that read, "I just want y'all to know that that girl Cran, y'all keep hyping up to James Wright Chanel at Tamar's concert tonight. James is in the hospital. I swear I will do everything to make sure she goes to prison. She is trash. And that's why her life is the way it is. She deserves every bad thing that happens to her." Oh, baby LaTroy was big mad cuz. He didn't stop there. He also wrote in that caption that lady is a disgusting pig, and I'm going to Oh, make sure she goes to jail. You do not come to my show and attack people. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure she pays for James. She's going to prison. I am so disgusted. People immediately rushed to the comments and they were living for the way Troy was dragging Cran like this. Person who said she won't learn until she's sued left and right and loses everything another person said. James, please press charges and sue immediately. She needs to be taught a lesson her father never gave her. And y'all already know Cran was not going to let that slide without saying something back, so she addressed the situation in a tweet where she basically blamed everything on James and suggested that he respected her first. She said, "I don't get disrespectful till you get disrespectful shit." Also went on IG Live, as she always does, and accused Tamar and her team for trying to clout chase. As y'all can see, Sean hasn't taken any real accountability as usual for what she did, and she tried to make herself look like the victim even though she's the one who put her hands on James. People also dragged her for accusing Tamar of trying to use her for out like this person who said see a hat. Lost her mind and she really thinks she's bigger than what she is. How is Tamar Braxton's team clout chasing off you now? For those of y'all who didn't know, Crowan was actually still allowed to go on the stage after she hit James. There are videos and pictures of her performing on stage with Tamar. But according to sources, Tamar didn't know at the time that Cran had literally just assaulted James backstage. She only found out after the concert was over. And baby, she wasn't having it. She tried to get Crone to apologize to James in private, but Crone refused.